It's early November 2025. I'm visiting the Crooked River near Prineville, Oregon. The Crooked River originates high in the Ochoco Mountains of central Oregon. The river then flows 61 miles before descending through a desert gorge to its confluence with the Deschutes River at Lake Billy Chinook. The river was designated a National Wild and Scenic River in 1988. The lower Crooked River is known for the beautiful, rugged desert canyon that's been created here in central Oregon. The erosive action of the river has exposed multiple layers of volcanic basalt, and the canyon is decorated with a striking array of beautiful rock forms and textures. In many places, there are nearly vertical cliffs, often arranged to cylindrical forms. In other places, the river has left buttes with near vertical sides and a flat top. To drive to the lower Crooked River, I traveled southeast from Montrose, Oregon on U.S. Highway 26 to Prineville, Oregon. At Prineville, I turned south on Oregon Highway 27, which is also known as the Crooked River Highway. I stayed on Highway 27, following it as it winds along the Crooked River until I reached the Chimney Rock Campground. Here, I'm near the downstream end of part of the lower Crooked River Recreation Area that's managed by the Bureau of Land Management. On the right, ahead, is a sign marking the entry into the Lower Crooked River National Wild and Scenic River Area. The BLM operates 9 campgrounds along this segment of the river, so there are a lot of opportunities for camping and enjoying the spectacular scenery along the river. Just ahead on the right is the entry for the Chimney Rock Campground. I believe that the BLM has recently rebuilt this campground. The campground road has been newly graded and covered with new gravel. The campsites have been refreshed and have new picnic tables. I've arrived at my campsite, number 9. It's located right next to the river. Actually, all 9 campsites at the Chimney Rock Campground are right next to the river. Some of the sites may arguably have somewhat better views, in particular site number 1. I chose site number 9 because it has good level parking for my camper van, and it also gets some sun, which is useful during the short and often dark days of November. With the van parked, it was time to look around. I first followed a trail that goes downstream along the river from my campsite. There are a lot of rugged old juniper trees along the trail that serve to frame the views of the river. At this point, there's a good place to get down to the river for a closer look. And it's nice to get some aerial views of the river and the canyon. I returned to my campsite and started walking the trail, but now heading upstream from my campsite. In this area, basalt cliffs come right down to the edge of the river. Here there's also a nice picnic day use area and an observation platform that goes out over the river. Some of this area is also wheelchair accessible with a paved path. Ahead on the right is an elevated boardwalk that leads to an observation platform over the river. I walk the path along the river a little further upstream. In the distance you can see Chimney Rock rising up into the desert sky. A closer look at Chimney Rock. As I mentioned earlier, there are 9 BLM campgrounds along this portion of the Crooked River. The next campground upstream from Chimney Rock is Cobble Rock. I wanted to visit and take a look at the Cobble Rock Campground, and I decided to use my bike for the visit. Here is the entrance to the Cobble Rock Campground. The campground access road has two loops, an upper loop and a lower loop. The upper loop is further from the river. I was most interested in the lower loop, which is closer to the river and has a number of campsites right next to the river. You can see that the campsites on my left are right next to the river. There are a number of other campsites on the lower loop that are close to the river, but not right next to it. This campsite is a little more open than many of the other sites. It has a spectacular view of the river and the steep rock walls of the canyon on the other side of the river. I really enjoyed my visit to the Crooked River. I hope you enjoyed this video about my visit. If you enjoyed the video and like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.